Oh, hey, didn't see you there. My name's Arnold Air Society Cadet Captain Silpa Swampset, and I just got a few things to talk to you about today. Basically, just what Arnold Air Society means to me, both with leadership and mentorship responsibilities, community service, dealing with adversity, and having a family mentality. One of the most important things about leadership that I've learned from the squadron and even in the program is that you have to take responsibility for yourself before you can take care of anybody else. You really just need to understand where you want to go in life before you can give guidance to anybody else. As a leader, people are going to be looking to you for advice, and if you can't help yourself, then there's really no helping them, because if they don't see that you're being successful and taking all the right steps towards your goals, then they're going to find somebody else who can take on that responsibility and help them in the long run. So just being in this program, having everything to do with grades and keeping everything all balanced, it's a great leadership opportunity to say, you know, I'm taking my life, I'm bettering it, and in turn, I'm helping the lives of those who look up to me. When it comes to community service, I think it's a really interesting part of the squadron and on our society, just because candidate class really brings you in, and it looks exciting and everything. That's when you really get to train and learn who you are. But then when you initiate as a member, it doesn't stop there. You realize that when you're part of the squadron, when you're part of the organization, you do have a duty to fulfill, and that includes giving back to the community. So community service is huge. It keeps you involved, and it keeps you occupied with the people that you've gone through candidate class with, and even people who are existing online members before you. It really is a tie that brings you together to say, you know, we're done with candidate class now, but we're still part of something greater. We're still part of this organization that wants to give back to the community. And by doing that, by creating these bonds and by giving back to the people, it's truly something special that you can't really find anywhere else. Sure, you can go to any community service event you want, but with the support and the help of the people who you call family, and the people who have the support of, who know what it's like to go through ROTC and having to deal with the balance of everything, it's a lot easier to cope with the stress of giving back and just balancing everything. Another thing that Honor Society has taught me is dealing with adversity. A lot of people come from all different kinds of backgrounds, and it really brings you together to say, you know, we are part of this big organization, we're part of a family now, and a lot of people have problems that they have to deal with, and when you're dealing with those people that you call family members outside of your own family, it makes you a stronger person to take on their responsibilities and say, reach out and say, hey, you know, you're not alone in this. I really want to help you with whatever you're going through because I care about you. And that's something that you don't find in a lot of places. Family away from family is something that's super important, just to have a support system and just to keep going through your day, knowing that at the end of the day, no matter who you call in that family, somebody's going to have an answer for you, or somebody's going to be able to support you through your problems. One thing I've learned stepping up into the Deputy Squadron Commander position is there's a lot of things that you need to take care of within the squadron, and you need to really present your ideas to your people so that they can execute and really make those expectations come to life. One of the big things Cadet Yanagihara and I have envisioned for this semester for the squadron is standards and just rebuilding from the ground up. We've always seen on our society as cadets who aren't elite, but have a great sense of pride wearing the uniform and also just knowing what they're doing. Instead of being lost in confusion and in the dark, it's a bunch of cadets who are confident and know what they're doing and just generally want to wear the uniform and wear it proudly. And we know that those standards, when they're upheld, we look sharp, we look clean, and people look to us for guidance. And rebuilding from the ground up, one of the main things Cadet Yanagihara and I really wanted to touch on was putting people in places that we thought they could learn from, or in spots that we thought that they could exceed in. We really wanted the squadron to have a base on which we can grow for the future squadron commanders, and then that it'll be easier on them, and we can only excel from that point on. we grow as a squadron, we grow as a unit, and there's really no backtracking. So as soon as everybody is in place and they know what they're doing and they feel involved in the squadron, we obviously want to give them jobs that they feel comfortable in. So giving them that opportunity in the organization, when the excitement of candidate class is all over, when you pull them into something that they're engaged in and that they really enjoy doing, then you see people come back. You see members giving back to the squadron and really being proud to be an Honor Society member. So just our real big vision was, people first, and uphold those standards, because we know in our hearts that Honor Society is something great, and we truly believe that. So by empowering our people and by giving our expectations to those people, we've taken steps closer to excellence every day that we execute our plans.
Down we dive, spouting a flame from under, off with one hell of a roll.